What is D-mannose? Well, the first thing I think I should mention is that D-mannose is not a drug. It's not on par with antibiotics. It's what we call a simple monosaccharide, or in other words, a simple sugar. So you can think of it as being similar to, say, glucose. However, there are a few important differences between D-mannose and glucose, which I should mention. So glucose is absorbed by our bloodstream, which is why we experience that sudden onset of energy as we get that spike in our blood sugar. D-mannose is not absorbed by the bloodstream. It's actually filtered through the body via the kidneys and the bladder, but I'll elaborate on that later. The reason I'm mentioning this is that by taking D-mannose, we don't experience that same spike in blood sugar. It's not converted to energy in the same way a sugar is, which of course is good in the sense that A, we're not going to gain weight by taking D-mannose, and B, it's safe for diabetics. So you might have heard of D-mannose as being naturally occurring. What that means is this particular sugar is sometimes found in certain fruits like blueberries or cranberries. And interestingly, we actually have small amounts of D-mannose in our own human body, just to paint a picture of the kind of compound structure we're talking about. So the next thing I think it's worth mentioning is its unique structure. So D-mannose has, it's covered in these small little attachments or little binding properties, and when it passes through our body, it has the ability to attach to E. coli bacteria. If you don't know a lot about this bacteria, that's okay. All you need to know is that it's actually the leading bacteria when it comes to UTIs. So we've got on the one hand this unique sugar, which almost gravitates in a sense to E. coli, and E. coli tends to be the perpetrator for UTIs. So they come together and then they are excreted in the urine. So you can think of D-mannose as literally flushing away the urinary tract infection. I hope that helps to explain a bit about D-mannose and why it's an effective preventative agent and treatment for UTIs. If you're interested in knowing more about D-mannose or my personal experience with UTIs, you can visit my blog at www.dmannose.com.au or subscribe to my channel, D-MANNOSE Diary.